In this episode of Tabletop Tastings, Steve struggles with a cork.
Les purposefully leaves out rules.
And the true greatest winner is crowned.
Is he?
Yes, absolutely. That all happens in this episode of Tabletop Tastings.
Let's get after it.
Woohoo.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Les.
And this is Tabletop Tastings.
It's the perfect pairing of board games
And whiskey.
Let's get into it.
Let's. Les, I'm excited. I want to see what you have for all of us this time.
Excellent. Well, I've upgraded, and for my notes, I'm using my phone now instead
I
of
like the fancy clipboard.
Well, I like throwing it as well, but
You can throw your
my
phone.
notes are always too big and it was spilling over the edges of it, so we're going digital.
Nice.
The game that I brought for us today was designed by Gavan Brown and Adam Wyse. Now, they're two game designers from Calgary, so in Canada here, which is awesome. And Gavan has worked on Brass Birmingham and some of the Dice Throne series games. There's a third designer as well, and his name is Sebastien Pauchon, and he's a Swiss game designer who worked on a large number of games, most of which I've never heard of. I'm assuming they're Swiss or something along those lines. But some of them look really cool, and one or two of them are actually quite popular as well.
Nice.
The artist for this game is Andrew Bosley, and he's a freelance illustrator and game designer, and he's worked on a ton of amazing games, most notably being Everdell, Tapestry, Love Letter, Mission Red Planet, and so much more.
Those are all good games.
His influence we're going to see in the artwork of this game. He's also got a great art gallery. Check that out at bosleyart.com. There's a ton of really cool stuff in there.
Cool.
The publisher for this game is also based out of Calgary, and it's a company called Roxley. And they've published Brass Birmingham, the Dice Throne games, Santorini, and Radlands, along with a ton of other games. Now, Roxley, they're kind of a cool company. They've got a goal. And that goal, they say, is at Roxley, it's our deep, dark secret to one day create board games so addictive that governments all over the world have no choice but to pass legislation to limit how often people are allowed to play it.
That's cool.
Now, they're not quite there yet. But you have to respect the vision for that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now, the game that they've published, I really like. And I pride myself on having a wide assortment of games because we like to have lots of different types of people over, and I like to have, a little something for everyone. I haven't had a game like this, though. So this game fills a void in my existing collection, and that is of being a spatial auction game where players are visionaries building humanity's most ambitious project, a glorious new city in the sky. With an 8.0 rating on Board Game Geek, we are playing the 2 to 4 player city building game Skyrise. Let's reveal.
Cool. That's a big rating
Yeah, 8,
on BGG. That's high.
8 is very solid.
Yeah.
So this is Skyrise. I'm just
Okay.
going to grab the box here.
That is a beautiful looking game.
I'll show it to you, Steve.
Yeah.
Skyrise. So we're building an actual city in the sky.
That is really cool.
Sweet. So I'll talk
Excited.
you through it. And what it is that we're constantly going to be outbidding each other.
Okay.
So we have a series of buildings. The ones in front of us we're going to use for round 1. The buildings up here we're going to use for round 2. With each building, whoever goes first is going to place kind of in the center spot there. But after that, each additional piece played has to be next to an existing tile. And what will happen is, say for example, I start off and it's got a 23 on it. I could place it there, and that's now my bid. So you can choose to either bid higher than me, or you can choose to pass.
Okay.
And if you pass, I flip this over, and that means I now control that space. I also get the little reward token, which I put up here. And at its roots, what we're looking to do is really control as much of the board as possible, paying attention to these little bonuses we collect because they're little score multipliers. So at the end of the game, we're going to look at, okay, these are all the green, or all kind of the park areas that I own, and every park area I own will gain me as much points as I have tokens collected. Now, you don't want to go hog wild and collect too much because it goes 2, 3, 4, 6, and then it drops back down to 4 again, which can cripple you in the points department if you go too far. Or you can shoot for the moon, as it's called, and keep collecting extra ones, and every extra one you get will net you a flat 10 points for it. So a little bit of risk reward there. There are some other pieces going on as well. So in addition to the little colored chunks there, there's also some letters A, B, C, and D. And what's going to happen is they're all going to be worth points at the end of the game, either 3, 4, 5, or 8, but we don't know which ones they are. So whoever collects the first letter can secretly look at the tile underneath to know whether it's a good number or it's a bad number, and then that can guide their decisions of other ones that they're trying to collect then for it. We do have some monuments as well, and monuments I'll cover when we get to the second phase, but essentially they're kind of like a trump card, so they've got no number on them. Whenever you play that, you will immediately win the bid, and you get a little reward for it, which we'll cover when we get to the second phase.
Cool.
So that's really the nuts and bolts of what we're doing. We're going to take turns placing our buildings and deciding if we want to collect that piece or not. Are we going to bid high and guarantee our win for it, but then no longer have that high number? Or are we going to try to take things into a corner where maybe there's only one piece to go? Because whenever you're bidding, you have to bid adjacent to the tower that was just placed. So you can box things in so that you guarantee that, oh, there's only one spot there, I'll put that in, I immediately win, because there's nowhere for you to play. There are also these bridges, and these are considered adjacent. We've got a few little goals that'll happen after each of the phases. So the first one up there, it's island control. And really, we each have one tall tower right now. So we're going to look to see whoever's got the most tall towers in a section when we're finished will win, and they'll get 5 points for each of the island sections that they do that in. If there's no big towers, or if we each have our big tower, then we then go to the next highest tower and count those to see who the winner is, and so on and so forth. The other two goals we're looking to do is bridges. So we mentioned there's bridges here. If you control the towers on each side of them, then for each bridge you do that in, you'll score an extra 3 points. And then the last one is lakes. So if you have 3 towers connected to a lake, then that'll score you 3 points as well. We also have each of our own secret objectives. And really these objectives are for controlling at least 4 of one of the area types or color types. So, I mean, it's a secret objective. I'll show you what mine is, but mine is brown. So if I control at least 4 of the brown kind of industrial areas, then I'm going to get an extra 10 points at the end of the game.
Mine's white.
Yours is what?
Artists.
Okay, excellent. Great. And that's really it. But before we get started, I feel like there's something missing.
There definitely is. Because our glasses are empty.
They are. What have you got for us today, Steve?
So, Les, you gave me the theme of Renaissance.
Yes.
An urban Renaissance, but I kind of ran with more of the Renaissance portion of it. And so Renaissance just means, it's a French word for rebirth. So it has the connotation of taking an old idea, making it new.
Kind of like an island in the sky.
Exactly.
Okay, I like
Why would you build an island on the ground when you could build it in the sky?
It's a renaissance of sorts.
It's a renaissance. It's a rebirth. So rediscovery, revival of interest. And so I think we got it again. Because I think we really did well. And I really believe that the bottle that we're going to enjoy is going to go really well with this
I can't wait to see what it is.
Because, and just before I do the reveal, the artistry on this game is beautiful. The artistry on the bottle that I've brought is gorgeous. It really is cool, and they're going to match really quite well.
Sweet. I love this guy's artwork. He does a fantastic job.
It is awesome. And I do have Red Planet, and I love the art on that as well. It looks fantastic. So it's a beautiful looking game. Anyways. We'll go back.
I can't wait to see the art on the bottle now.
Exactly. Okay. So the distiller that we're going to enjoy from the bottle that they have knows a lot about rebirth and revival. It was founded in 1808 by 2 friends. William and John. And I'm not going to give the last name because that'll tell you the name.
Sounds a little familiar already. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. Good. So in 1825, John actually bought out his partner.
His last name's not Walker, is it?
No, he's not Johnny.
Maybe that's it. Okay, let's keep going.
No, you will know it. We'll get into that afterwards. But so he purchased out his partner, William, and because of his last name, it became synonymous with Irish whiskey. And so you're going to see it's amazing.
The anticipation
is good. Okay. So 1925, he purchased out his partner, and they just went on to make really the best Irish whiskey that was available. All the way up until we get this kind of that rebirth situation because that rebirth needs to die.
Okay, yeah, I guess something's gonna die.
Something's got to stop.
Okay.
So in 1936, it did come to a halt. This giant in Irish whiskey stopped. Basically, the last drop of that whiskey was stopped being produced because none of the family members were either alive or willing to step up and take over the family business.
Okay.
So it stopped, dead. However, about 8 decades later, it got its renaissance. Ooh. It got its rebirth, its revitalization, all that kind of thing. And the spirit of Belfast was back.
Ooh, okay, okay.
So let's reveal.
Yes, please.
Because this is gonna go really, really well with this game. And again, I can't wait for everyone to see this bottle. I reveal to you the renaissance of Irish whiskey. And wait till you see this bottle, because it's amazing. Dunville's Irish whiskey.
Wow. Yeah, actually, it almost matches perfectly,
does.
man.
Yeah, it really does.
PX cask as well.
So it's a sherry cask, yeah, PX sherry. So
What a beautiful bottle.
back in February, Les and I and our family, we went to Whiskey Wonderland, and we had one of the master classes was from these guys. And so Seamus took us through some of that history, which is why it might have sounded.
Seamus was fantastic.
Seamus was awesome. And you know what? We'll share his Instagram and all that because he's fun to watch. He goes like all over the world sharing the story of this amazing bottle and all of their others. So we actually got to try a number of their expressions, and every single one was really, really tasty. And they all have some really cool bottles to them. And like he will explain too, it was an homage to the actual label that they used back when they started it up. So this is really what it kind of looked like, but a little bit more pizzazz and artistry going on.
Crack that thing open.
So,
Get
so
into it.
this is the PX sherry cask. So again, PX sherry, it's going to be amazing. Their iconic 10-year single malt. So it is a single malt, PX sherry, 46 ABV. This is going to go really, really well with this game. Let's crack it open.
Crack it open.
Get a nice, good, healthy pour to play through our game.
Steve, the nose on that. Oh,
Yeah.
it's nice. It takes me back to Whiskey Wonderland.
Yeah, I picked that up not too long after. LCBO had a couple of them, and so I grabbed it like right away after we had that master class. Oh my word. Oh, that is so beautiful.
Shall we go in?
So it's got that sherry, but there's like a lot of like little bits of fruit.
Yep.
Fruit and some spices as well. That's gonna be that single malt.
Sugar and
Oh
spice and everything nice.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, let's get in there.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
The sherry is more reserved in this one than
bit.
some other spirits that we've had, but that's a delicious bottle.
That is fantastic. So it's really, I always say, it's too bad sometimes you'll have a bottle that you open and it has an awesome nose to it, but then you go in for a taste and all that's kind of muted.
Not with this.
Not with this at all. That is really good. So this does bring me back to that Saturday morning.
It does. It really does. That's right. Saturday morning, 10 a.m.
Whiskey, yeah. We were enjoying Irish whiskey. We actually got to try one of their PX sherry. I think it was a 25-year-old that you can only get if you go for a tour at Dunville's in Ireland.
We
which
have
was
to do that
so
sometime.
good. Oh,
We have to.
100%. So I really think this is going to go well. I think the artistry works really hand in hand with this game, and I'm really excited to try this. This is looking really cool.
Me too.
Hmm.
And
Let's
with
get after
that,
it.
we need to assign somebody to go first randomly.
Okay.
I just noticed I don't have a point counter out. And if you want to hand me yours, or just shake them up and whatever one falls out first can go first. Sweet.
Les goes
That
first.
works out well. Okay, so
worked out anyways.
I have
I
a
don't know
choice. Do I want to
how
go
well it
high
worked.
and basically guarantee I get it, or
Yeah.
maybe
So
close to it?
just a quick question. So these islands, they go to nowhere, those
Right, and
bridges?
really the game is 2 to 4 players, and
Okay.
it's a board per player. So
Oh,
if we were
okay.
playing 3 players,
Yeah.
we would add another board. 4 players, you would take up the full thing.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start smallish, and I'm going to just do a wee guy, and I'm going to pop him over here. So
Okay.
you can decide to bid higher than me and place adjacent to the piece I just placed, or you can choose to pass, and that just lets me have
You
it.
just get, but then it's my turn after that.
Whoever wins the bid goes next.
Oh, okay.
And there are bonuses too for whoever goes out first, not in the first round, but in the last round, whoever goes out first will get the key to the city.
Okay.
And that gets them an extra 10 points, which that on its own can decide.
That could
decide
definitely be
winner.
the decider. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. I think I'm gonna, and I can just go anywhere adjacent,
It has
or
to
I
have a border that's adjacent to it. So for example,
So one of those.
that's right. One
Okay.
of those.
But it's not onto the same.
It's not on the
spot.
same piece. It's on the next piece.
I'm gonna go here.
Great. That's a 54. I'm going to go with the 64 and go here. So you can decide to pass or keep going for the middle island or expand out to the, I guess, this side island here if you wish.
Okay. Don't quite understand what we're doing
it'll come
yet,
together.
but I'm gonna go here actually.
Okay. So I only have 2 pieces that'll beat that one. So I think I'm going to say, you know what, Steve, you can have it.
Okay.
So what you do is you flip 74 upside down. You get to take the little tile that's on it and put it on your player board
Okay.
in the first empty space. Excellent. And then all of these we collect and take back
Oh, okay.
on our board. And because you won the bid, you get to keep going.
Oh, all right.
So now when you're placing, it's either on the center island or it's adjacent to any already placed building,
Okay.
which in this case would still be the center island, but
Yeah.
you could go there in theory if you wanted instead.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go here.
Okay. And I'm going to go a little bit higher. I'm going for this one here because it's got the gear, which is a point multiplier for brown.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I want brown and I like the point multiplier, so that's why I've chosen to put 73 there.
Okay. So I can go on either one of those, or
That's
I can
right.
build
You
back
can't go
here.
behind because it always has to be beside the
Okay.
place that was
Oh,
just
the last
placed. That's right.
placed. Okay.
When you're starting, you can go beside any building. But
Well, I kind of want to see what happens with this guy.
Ooh, so I don't
I
have a
can
piece
jump.
larger than that.
Yeah.
So you automatically win.
Okay.
So you get to flip the 92 upside down. And what that piece is, it's a wild card. So you can fill up any one of these spots with that.
Okay. That's cool. Well, I might as well.
Nice. And then we collect our old buildings.
Yep.
And you won that, so you're up again.
Oh, okay. Well, I know I won't win that, so. Let's go there.
It's on the brown with a 21. I am going to go here with a 23.
Okay. Go there.
So it has to go adjacent to the
sorry.
one I placed.
Yeah.
And I did that intentionally because
Yes.
I knew it would block off, and then I could take that one with a low 33. And there's nowhere else to go,
Nope.
so the bid ends. And now I am up, and I am going to go here. Excellent. And I know you don't have anything higher than an 82, and I really wanted that spot, so I'll take that with an 82.
All right.
And then I win. Okay. And let's see where I want to go. I think let's kick out here.
All right. Well, I only have one choice.
So do you want it badly or do you not?
Yeah.
I will let you know too, any pieces you don't use this round, you will keep and carry over to the next round as well.
Oh, okay. And when's the round done?
Whenever the first person has placed all their buildings.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I will do this.
And you can take that. Okay, and you're up.
That was dumb.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You can't place higher than that,
Yeah.
so I'll take this.
That was really dumb of me.
And I will stick that here. Okay. And then I'm up, and I'm going to take my little 23 and collect that, and there's no neighboring spot to go to, so it's an insta-win. This goes on my player portrait here,
Okay.
and then I get to secretly look at what this number is, and then make a decision if I want to target any future A's, or maybe make the decision to avoid them. Okay, and then I took that one, so I get to go again.
Yep.
It's looking pretty promising here. I am going to take this one because I really want it. Okay, 91, you can't beat that. I get a D now. I'll check the D. Okay. And I won that one, so I get to go again. And I will place here.
Well, I'm going to get it back anyways. But I'm going to pass. I guess, because
I didn't expect that.
yeah.
So I'll take that one and that. Okay, and the last one I have a 73, which I'm going to win. So I want to decide what it is I actually want. And I think I'm going to take... Well, I'm targeting the brown one, so why don't I take this one here? So it's a 73, placed and owned, and that now immediately ends the round.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to score our island control. So right now you've got the largest building on this island, so you control that, so you get 5 points. I've got the largest tower on this one, so I control that and get 5 points. And there are no really tall structures here, so we go to the next highest ones, which you control, so you get 5 more points for that. Then we're going to look at the bridges, and are there any bridges that we control, the same person controls both sides of? And nope, it doesn't look like it, so no points there. And then we're looking at lakes. Does anyone have any 3 buildings adjacent to any of the lakes? And it doesn't look like that's the case either. Okay, so that piece is done.
Yep.
What we're going to do now is we're going to add these buildings to our collection here. And then we've got 2 monuments. So with each monument, there are no numbers on them, so they can be played after any number.
Okay.
And it immediately stops the bid, so you win the auction wherever you put them.
Okay.
We also have 5 monument cards. So we're going to choose 2 of them now
Okay.
that will represent each of our monuments. So I'm going to choose this one, which is called the Vault, and it says, collect an additional disc adjacent to the wonder. So all of these kick off as soon as we play the wonder, you get whatever the benefit is.
Okay.
So this one says, whenever I place it, wherever I put it, I get to collect the disc adjacent to it as well. So I think that one's pretty cool. And then I'm going to take this one as well, which is Munch's Haven. And what this one is it says, for each different patron disc letter you have, score 3 points. And then you get to look at all the patron values. So right now I've got the patron A and I've got the patron D. So each one of these of a different letter will score me 3 points that I have.
Okay.
Okay, so those are the two that I'm choosing, and they'll now stay face up.
Okay.
Okay, well, what about you?
I'm going to choose the Atelier.
Okay.
So this wonder counts as a tall building. Score 3 for each island where you have a tall building. So it becomes the tallest in any of the islands.
That's pretty sweet.
Yep. And I'm just looking at these other ones. 4 blimps.
So these are the blimps, the purple.
Okay. I don't know how you would score
So score
4 different blimps when there's only 2 on each.
So if your structures border at least 4 different blimps, so there's 1, 2, 3 here and 1, 2 there. So if you border how many?
4.
Yeah, so if you border 4 of them, which right now you border 2 already. So if you can border 2 additional ones, then that'll score you
8 points.
8 points, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I understood that to mean that there had to be 4 around it, but I'm like, there's not 4.
It's the actual
around it.
blimps themselves.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I'll go with that one. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one.
Okay, excellent. Great.
Okay.
And, yeah, perfect.
Just gave those to you.
Before we start round 2, which is the final round as well,
Okay.
any thoughts back on the whiskey that we're drinking here? The Dunville's Single Malt Irish Whiskey PX Cask at Belfast.
Okay, so I was really, really excited to get into this one because I had good memories and it did not let me down.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this. So Irish whiskey kind of has always taken like a back seat to like Scotch, right? And the number of times that I've had an Irish whiskey that I've really enjoyed surpasses the amount of times I've had like a Scotch that I've really, really enjoyed. So I really think the Irish whiskey is top notch, world renowned.
So,
And this one we've had, the Dunvilles, I don't know that we actually had that exact one at the show. We may have. And I can't say enough good things about it. It's just so tasty.
I really enjoy it. If I were to compare it to a Scotch, I would say it's almost a bit softer, though. The Irish whiskey is almost a little more relaxed, laid back, chill.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I find a lot of Scotches, especially recently, and definitely in this price point, to be really sharp. And that's partially because of the single malt, the barley.
And it's part of the appeal for some as well.
It is, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I just think for my palate and what I've started to enjoy more, I find this, like you said, it's just more relaxed.
Yeah.
Nicer to drink. And especially if you're going to sit down and play a board game, this is what you want. You want something that's relaxed, just enjoyable.
And I find with like bourbons, because they are, a little sweeter, you can drink a lot of bourbon.
Yep.
Right? With the Scotches, I find whenever I have some, I just want to have a little bit.
Yep.
This is right in the middle of the road. It kind of tickles almost a little bit of that. Like it feels like it's quite drinkable.
Yeah.
But it still has a little more strength and bite to it than a bourbon would have.
Yeah, and funny enough, so it's only 46 ABV. It tastes a lot higher than that. Like I would have figured at least 50%.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe it drinks like a 49. No,
like at least a 50. Like it drinks higher because it's got a little bit of that bite to it. It might be more of the spices that I'm pulling out of it, but I really think like it tastes like it is a lot higher ABV than what it is.
It is delicious. It's really good stuff.
It's really nice.
On to our island. The 2 wonder cards we chose each have a number up top. My combined total for that number is 30. What's your combined total? 19?
19.
So that indicates that you go first for this round. So whoever's got the lowest wonder.
You notice how
goes
he
first
didn't
for this
say
round.
anything about that when he was like, yeah, select a
I
card.
forgot until this very moment.
oh, sure.
Not that it matters. It's yeah, it's good.
It's all good. Yeah, it's all good.
And as you've got so many buildings, you've got lots of options.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do have loads of options. We could actually expand out pretty good with this.
We can.
All right. I'm gonna go.
Stinking 1. What am I going to do with a 1?
Well, I've got a little 3. Yeah. I'm gonna go right here with my little 3.
Sure. We'll kick it up to. We'll turn it up to 11.
Crank it
we're
up
gonna
to
go there.
11. I'm gonna go with the 13 here.
Nice. Let's kick it up to 44. We'll go down here to the grasslands.
I see this. 44. So I can go to 54. Go right there.
So that one's not adjacent.
It's not?
It's
Oh, I
close.
guess
Yeah,
those
that's
two
right.
are not. Okay. All right. I'll go here.
Do I want to outbid 103 on a 54 for something I don't really want? However, I don't want you to have white ones, which would normally be a secret object. Oh, you know what? I'm going to let you take it. It's yours.
I didn't really want that one. But
Oh,
okay.
that's fantastic.
I'll take it though. So this is
So
just
that
a
goes
wild-
on your board. And what that is anything you're scoring over here, you can take one type and increase the value of it by 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you. And you're up again.
Okay. Let's work our way back this way again.
Interesting. Throw an 11 there.
I have a 13.
That'll do it.
I guess that's adjacent.
And I'm going to pass and let you take that one. And you're up again.
I get to look at B though.
Yep, the B.
All right. So I'm up again. Okay.
You're up again. I see. Okay, I'm going to do 11 here.
We're on the same one there.
Oh yeah, we are. Thank you. I'm gonna do 11 here.
All right. I'm going to do 21 here.
Oh, I forgot we have wonders too.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. So I'm going to pull a wonder. I'm going to take control of this one here, which gives me this. And this wonder allows me to collect an additional disc adjacent to this wonder. So I'm actually going to come back and pick up the B.
I don't think that one is actually adjacent.
It
Oh,
is,
it is.
it
yes.
is
Okay.
adjacent.
Yeah.
So I'll take a quick look. We both know what it is now.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is the loser. The loser number.
Yeah.
It's the lowest.
That's great to know.
Okay, fantastic. So these come back, and I won that one, which means I get to go first. And what I'm going to do is take my 1, and I'm going to play it here, because there's nowhere else to go after that.
Mm-hmm.
So I get control of that. I was scared that little 1 was going to win me nothing. And then we're going to come back and put the 11 here.
Where's its little doodad?
I collected it, so there's no reward there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
My wonder got it. I wonder where it could have went. The answer is my wonder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The vault
Yeah.
stole it.
All right. I am going to use my wonder and take this one.
Nice. And what's the benefit of that wonder?
So my wonder, it counts as the tall building in this island, and it scores me 3 for each island where you have a
So
tall
score
building.
3 for each island where you have a tall building. So you have a tall building here, you've got a tall building here, so you pick up 6 points.
Do you want to have that one there?
That's not a tall building.
It's the tallest.
Just because it's the tallest, it's not a tall building. So you pick up 6 points for that. Nice try.
Yeah, no. Hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's it. And you're up again.
Okay. All right, let's go.
See what you're doing? I like it. Go there.
All right.
You can have it. It's yours.
Okay.
Okay, you're up
I
again.
have not seen what this one is. You've seen, 5. Okay. All right, I am up again, eh?
You must choose.
I will have to choose. I am going to... go here.
Ooh, and you took it with authority, because I can't beat that, so that's yours. And you're up.
And then I am going to do this.
You can't lead with a wonder.
Why? You never said this before. You see how these rules come out?
It's true.
When I have a plan in place.
I didn't say that. That's true. That's my guy. But you can't. The only time you can ever lead with a wonder is if you have no other buildings.
Oh, I see. Right. However, I can take that one
Yeah, absolutely.
with the little 3. Let's see. I already looked at D.
D's the good one.
Yep. Okay. All right. So I don't want to do that again. I'll go here.
32. Yeah, you can have it. You're looking for white anyway. I did you a favor.
Yep, I am. Yeah, I don't. Okay.
Okay, and you're up.
Yep, I am. All right, so I will go here.
Sweet. 42. I think I'll take that with a... Ooh, there is a C there, and I really want a C. How are we going to do that?
I was kind of hoping for that C, but I'll still take this one.
Very nice. And then what's the benefit of that wonder?
So score 8 if my structures border at least 4 different blimps, and they do. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, that counts. So you get 8 points. Very nice. And you're up. Thank you.
Wow, this is getting a little bit on
cutthroat.
the cutthroaty side. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot left either. I will go here.
Excellent. 63. I will go here. And there's nowhere else to go from there.
Yeah.
There is no reward on that, but I do get control of that. And then I'm going to go here.
Mm-hmm. I'll give that one to you.
Huh. Wasn't expecting that.
See if that works in my order.
Well, it changed.
Yeah.
It changed what I'm do.
I figured.
What I want to do down
Yeah, I
there.
kind of figured.
So let's go here. No, I think this is kind of win-win for me. So Kind of. You know what? I think I'll go here to guarantee that. So that's mine.
Yeah.
Excellent. And that leaves the last one here, which I'm going to put my 44 on it.
Good move.
Excellent. And then I'm up again. I only have the wonder left.
You can't use it
I only
as your first. That's your rules. The rules are in there.
Unless you're down
Yeah,
to
sure.
your last one.
For sure, yeah.
Which-
I don't think that's...
Which I did say.
No, you did not.
So I'll put this here.
Yeah, that's...
I'll put it here.
Yeah.
Collect that. And then I get the bonus of 3 points for each different patron disc letter you have. Score for each different letter I have. So I get
points.
So I get 12 points. If you could please move my marker up 12, that should put me at 17. Fantastic. And because I placed all my buildings, I get the key to the city.
Yeah.
We'll do that at the end because it'll be more dramatic and
Sure.
fun. And you get to finish placing your buildings.
Oh, I do?
You do, yeah.
Oh, okay. I do, eh?
Yeah, so it's not so bad.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll take that. So I'm going to go here.
Excellent.
So I just take it?
Yeah, you flip it and take it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I guess actually that 42, was that a...
Oh, sorry, it was...
Actually, it was a loss.
No, it was a loss.
Because I took it at the monument. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. It was a loss. All right, so then I'm going to take this one.
Excellent.
Oh, that's not too bad. I was thinking that...
Yeah, no, that would be horrible.
Yes.
And your last one.
And my last one. I guess I don't want to go any more with those, so I could do... Yeah, I might as well do this.
Sweet. Okay, so now that they're all placed, we're going to go through rescoring each of the objectives over here.
Okay.
So the island control, it looks like you've got 2 tall towers here, so you get 5 points for that. Over here, you've got the tallest tower, so you get 5 points for that. And then over here, I think this one counts as your tallest, as a tall tower as well, but I've got 3 of them here, so I score 5 points for that.
What do you got, 17?
Yep. Good, and then for bridges, nope, 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 and nope. So nobody scores any bridges. But let's go to the lakes. So you definitely have 3 buildings connected to that one.
So 3 points.
3 points. Good. I've got 3 buildings connected to this lake here.
Yep.
So I get 3 points. And it looks like that's it for those.
Okay.
Okay, so now we go to our secret objective, which wasn't so secret because we revealed
We
it.
shared, yeah.
But do you have at least 4 white territories?
I do.
You do. So you get 10 points.
34. Yep. So I'm at 38, so 48.
Good. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 as well, so I get 10 points also. Okay. I also get the 10 points for my key to the city. 35 becomes 45. And now we go to the final scoring of our boards here.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is as we score, we're going to take them off the board to
Sure.
ensure that none of them get missed.
Yep.
So we'll start off maybe with yourself and we'll go with yellow. So if you want to take off all of your buildings on the yellow spaces. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You did all right on that one. So 5 times 6 would be 30 points. So 48 becomes 78.
Yep.
Excellent. Then we'll do mine as well. So my buildings on yellow spaces. It doesn't look like, oh, I got 1 over here. So we'll do 1, so that's 4 points. Okay, and then we'll go to green. So buildings you own on green spaces. I think you've got this one here. That one was yours, right?
Yeah.
So that one. So 1, 2. Oh, you got quite a few again. 3, 4. Uh-oh, I'm getting a little scared. So you got 4 times 6 is 24 points. So 78, 88, 98, 102 you're at.
Okay.
And then for myself, for green, I have 1, Is that it? 2. So I get 2 times 3 is 6 points. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we go on to white. So
I have no white.
I think you have 1,
Oh, I have buildings
2,
on white.
3, 4.
4, yeah.
But it's 4 times 2. So you get 8 points for that one.
All right.
And then for myself on white, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times 6 would be 30 points for me. So 55 becomes 85. Excellent. And then we go to brown. So you've only got 1 building left.
Yeah.
So, but that's worth 6 points. 17, I think. You were on 11.
I was on 10.
Oh, was it 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then for me, this should pay out pretty well because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's 7 times 6, which would be 42. 42 sounds good.
Yeah, 42.
Okay, so 42, that makes that 127.
Nice.
Okay, so, oh, actually, we're not done yet.
No, we got the top.
We're almost done. We got the top one.
Yeah.
So we can flip these over. Okay, so we'll count up the A's first. So each A is worth 5 points. Now, you can choose to add 2 points to any letter that you want. I guess it's not really going to matter.
Doesn't
if you had multiples of the same
Sure.
letter, then it could make a difference.
I might as well make the D.
Sounds good. Okay, so we each get 5 points. And then B is worth 3 points. So I get 3, you get 3. C is worth 4 points, so I pick up 8 points. And then D is worth 8 for me, 10 for you. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, at the end of our 2 rounds
Yeah.
of Skyrise, I have finished with 151 points, and you have come in just behind with 134 points.
Yeah.
Steve, what did you think of the game?
I love that. That's great. That's a good game.
It's all right, eh?
It was funny because I'm like, oh, you totally had me, which you did in the end, because he changes the rules. But anyway, so doesn't matter. I liked it. It's a good game. Again, anything that I'd like to play again, and I would like literally just play this one more time with you, like right now. So we just go ahead and play it again because it was fun. I like this game. I love the artistry on it.
It looks great on the table.
looks so
doesn't
cool.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good. Everything and like all of the attention to detail is fantastic on it.
Yeah, I love the artwork on this game. It looks great on the table. Now, there are 3 different versions of this, and I just have the base level game.
Okay.
This just came out
Really?
this year.
I was gonna say like this looks like maybe like a Kickstarter or something,
Well,
like something extra.
There was a Kickstarter that came out, and it released last year.
Okay.
And that has these plastic pieces that elevate the islands, so they actually look like floating islands. The buildings are done in resin and shaped really nicely, and they've got a wash on them, so they look fantastic. But otherwise, I mean, the game experience is the exact same.
Okay.
It's just the other versions are prettier.
Yeah.
But this game still looks great.
Yeah, this is look really, and even with just that little bit of raised, it looks cool. Like
It does
looks like
pop
a
off-
raised island. Yeah.
pop off the board, and it's apparently a very different experience based on the player account.
Okay.
With 2 players, it's extremely strategic because you know where your opponent can go.
Yeah,
And you know you're going to be right after them. You know what they've got left. Once you add 3 and 4 players, it's a lot harder to kind of keep track
Yes.
of the neighbors going or the numbers
Yep.
still available on the table and what other people are going to do.
Yeah.
But it's still a fun game. It's just, it changes. It's no longer a very strategic, I know exactly where I'm going to go. There's more variables thrown into the mix, which makes it a little more challenging that way.
Yeah, this was so much fun. I really, really like this game. You have to get this game.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to go out and get this game.
And
It's
what
so
I
much
love
fun.
too, like how long did it take to teach you?
No, I'm like
2 or
nothing.
3 minutes.
Yeah. Now, I will say that having played it now, I'll have a better understanding of
Absolutely.
what I'm going to do, the mechanics and all that kind of
Even I find halfway through the first round, it kind of starts to
Yes.
click. Okay, this is what I really should be focusing on. And I think that's where with more players, and you've got the 4 boards out there, your opportunity to get a bunch of one color
Yes.
start to jump. Yeah, it's I like that auction, that bidding, knowing what your opponent has, knowing what you have. There's a ton of strategy on, do I take it or do I let it go? Knowing that maybe my opponent's getting rid of their higher value, and I don't have to worry about that value coming in anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And then based on whatever your specific card is, like you can go, okay, I'm going to go all out so I can get that. And like it all works. It's really neat. I love the mechanics of this. The different going back and forth, the bidding, but also trying to be strategic about it. This is a really good game.
And the key is huge, because if I hadn't got that, I'd be 10 points less and you'd be 10 points more.
Yep.
And would that have been enough to swing it?
No, not quite.
It would have been
really
It would have been
close.
like within 2 or 3 points.
Yeah,
At that point.
And if I knew that, I couldn't start with my wonder, then maybe that would have changed things a little bit. But now I've played and I understand the rules that Les didn't explain.
And normally I would say, "Oh, well, I told you," but that's on me. I did miss that
That's
rule.
all good. It's all good. You can't remember all the rules every single time.
So this is Skyrise. I think it's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
And it is the first type of kind of auction bidding game that personally I own. So I'm really happy to have this in my collection.
Yep.
Steve, you brought for us a lovely gift.
I did.
With your selection of Irish whiskey. This is a really pleasant, enjoyable drink. In fact,
It really is.
I think my glass is pretty low, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna put just a little bit more.
Yeah, go
in
ahead.
there.
Please do.
Would you like a little top up as
Yeah, I
well?
might as well get a little bit more there. That's good. Thank you.
Beautiful.
So the minute I started having some of theirs, the Dunville, I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
I really did. And a little bit to do with where we were. We're at Whiskey Wonderland. Seamus was like amazing.
Seamus was great. He was so entertaining.
So entertaining.
It was good.
And so I like fell in love immediately. Get yourself a bottle of Dunville.
Yeah.
You will not be disappointed. It is so good. And I love that it worked hand in hand. It really is the perfect pairing for this game.
How well that blends just with the board and the art design. Steve,
so
you knocked
good.
it out of the park. You chose a very good whiskey for this game.
Yeah, I almost, like, I have goosebumps thinking about how well this went together. It's so awesome.
What have we learned today?
If you're going to play Skyrise, you have to get yourself a bottle of Dunville, especially the 10-year PX cask.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It means the world to us when you do that.
Thank you.
I'm Les.
And I'm Steve.
This is Tabletop Tastings.
That it is.
Have a great day.